Hello everybody and welcome to Trade Vision Vietnam. So today we will be going over the gold chart, okay? And this is going to be just a back test of price and to see, uh, just to train our eyes on how we should trade. First of all, we have to find our edge, and our edge is to basically set the trend. Well, not set the trend, but find the trend and follow the trend, right? So we want to find our narrative, right? We want to find where we can set the trend. So, price has been pretty much bullish, right? But what do we see here that shows that it's even bullish, right? What do we see here? Do we notice anything in particular? What can we see? Right? We know that the trend is gonna be bullish, right? Continue to be. So this is just um, a pullback, right? Continuation, right? To the upside, and then what do you think price would do when it comes down here? All right, so we have a couple areas of interest, right? So um, let's draw up some of our support and resistance area, right? But first we have to find our let's say POC, right? All right, we have the POC here based on the 4 hours, so we know for sure that there are basically areas where it will become support and resistance area, right? So we see right here, this is pretty much a good support and resistance area where price have come and tested this area a couple times, right? A couple of times. Well, it's interesting that price didn't do too much movement, right? All right, so here we have price trending. So first thing we should look for is the continuation of the trend, right? And also the second thing that I would do is just mark up the lows and the highs. Okay, so this high create this low, create this high, right? We have structure, okay? And this high, so let's say we start up here, right? So if price is up here, um, so what happened to price when it goes up to all-time high? Well, it has to go down a little bit, and for us to acknowledge that price is pulling back, right? Um, we have to find that it breaks price structure, right? So right here we do have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're all of these, right here got taken out, was taken out. So and then it came to this price inefficiency. But what we're trying to do is we're going to set the trend. So the edge is trend setting, right? Where price is going based on structure. Okay. So here we establish that price is going up. It's fully bullish, right? But we do see that there's a break of structure here, right, for price to come back and then continue down further, right? So that's our confirmation of the pullback. So right here, I'm going to put pullbacks, right? what we have to look for is break of structure, right? And then break of structure, and then look for continuation, right? Stop loss, higher time frame confirmation. Okay, so let's say if we are right here at the pullback, right, whether we enter at the pullback, right, let's say, okay, price, that 4 hour, it came back, right, where would our invalidation point will be? Well, it have to be, right, just to be safe, it's going to be that of the previous candle high, or that high, right, or the high that took out the lows. Okay, so we're going to say the high that took out the low. Okay, and another thing we're going to dive into is that we're going to go and base our structure and our entry and our exits on the 4 hour, because if you look into, let's say, even the 10 minutes, right, based on this, oh, I can't, okay, oh, oops, never mind. I'm not going to do that because we're so far back, right? This is 1999. It's not going to let me do that, okay? So I'm glad that I was able to do this, right? Even though right here, okay, stop loss, and then we have target, right? Target is going to be, right? Where can we say, based on this structure, right, that where is it gonna reverse? Where are we gonna say that it's gonna reverse? So basically the low, right? The low that created the high. So the low that created the high. Or the previous liquidity point. Okay, what I mean by liquidity point is, or these, okay? So we will want to target right here. Okay, previous, either here or right here. Okay, and as you can see, we do have it came and it broke right here before it gave, you know, a move, a reaction, and then it came back to take this out. Okay, another thing is, so this is for the pullback, and what about continuation trend? Okay, for for buys, okay, what we do notice here in this area is that price came, right, after, so we look for after liquidity sweep. Okay, what I mean by liquidity sweep is basically this. Okay, liquidity sweep refers to this point right here. Okay, this point is the last point of liquidity, right? That's the last point of liquidity right here. We do have target the low that created the high, so this low create that high. Those last point of liquidity right? All right, so that's the definition of the point of liquidity. And Okay, once we have another sweep meaning this, okay? The price came and took out the internal, right? External, right? After liquidity sweep, also takes out the, okay, the A, oh shoot, internal, so what I mean by continuous trend, all right? Again, I'm just repeating myself, but after liquidity sweep, so as you can see, price had a reaction, right? Did we take out here? Yes, we did, and then they gave us a reaction to go higher. But again, this high, right, did not pass this previous high, right? But our entry is somewhat right here. So this means that this is still bearish, right? Okay. So based on this, we had two confirmation for reversal. One is that if the price did first liquidity sweep, gave a reaction, and then also came back and sweep the internal liquidity point, right? And external liquidity point for it to have an engulfing candle. Okay, so create okay, create an engulfing candle. So what do we say about engulfing candle? Here we can say that price will come back and retest this area, right? Price will come back and retest this area, giving us another bullish move, right? So again, if we are to trade this, we're still going to be pro trend because we are still in this structure range, right? So whatever this is happening, right? Whatever this is considered a pullback, right? Just a pullback for trend to go a little bit higher, right? So again, even this liquidity point past here, right? We do not assume that it's going to go down and further. Why? Because the range is still intact. It's still up here. But if price move up here, then two things can happen like this. Okay, this is called liquidity sweep, just like down here, right? It's sweep that gave us the reaction, but we're still, because the trend is still continuing, right? So we have to draw up for the fact that this high created this low, right? This is still going to be our new low after the sweep, and this is going to be our range. So unless price come back, take this out, right? Because this is the whole range, then we're going to be bearish. But this is going to be just continuation and continuation. Okay. So this is the big confluence, right? The sweep model, right? It comes to X sweep, create an engulfing candle, right, for price to go up. And again, I will not, right, get into a sell, even though this is fine, right? This shows bearish sentiment because again, just like this candle created the initial breakout for it to go down further for the break of structure, right? Like this candle right here, right? This candle, we noticed that this candle broke the order, the bullish order flow, creating the pullback, right? So this also, this also is doing the same thing. Okay, it's just that we did have a sweep, right? So what's the model? Liquidity sweep, and then there's an engulfing, right? We retrace for that continuation, if that makes sense. Okay, so this just highlight that, okay, this is showing its hand, that is showing what it's going to do, and then when the price come back, it never took out this previous structure, right? And also up here, you see this? So these are considered bearish, but on the reversal side, right? The reversal side meaning that price is still in this range, so we're just assuming that it's gonna go, higher and higher. I hope that makes sense, right? So, so after the liquidity sweep, you guys see this, right? It's come back and tested some of these levels, right? So this is a sweep, and it's probably going to go down some before it goes up. So let's say if we are pro trend, right, we would have more buys than sell. So we have probably 2 sells here, right? Maybe a minor sell here, but then it will be an L, right? Because price will automatically come back and just take us out. Even right here for the continuation, right? It took this out, so we have 3 entries here, right? Sell entry. And how many buy entry do we have? Well, we have 1, right? And then we have 2, right? Our target one is going to be somewhere up here, right? 2. And then this is the pullback, after the sweep right here, right? So this is the sweep, right? Internal, external, right? Sweep, right? Internal, external, sweep, internal, external, come back for that move. So this move never, so just mind you that this never, so this was the sweep right here, internal and external. Sweep, I'm gonna write that down. Sweep, internal, external. Right? Sweep, internal, external for that bullish move. Do you guys see that? Sweep, internal, external for, so, okay, well, no, I'm not gonna add right here, Z, delete, okay, sweep. Okay. So we do have a sweep here, so price never came back. That's what's giving us that confirmation. Okay, so after price come back and sweep, right? It never came back to I wish we can hone in on this. Okay. Yeah. Sweep. Again, this is the area, but then we do have a sweep, right? Internal sweep. We do have internal sweep. And then for price to continue. But this leg is still intact, so yeah. And then this is the sweep, internal, external for that bearish move. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take a screenshot of this model. Okay. take a picture, download image, sweep model in place. Good. All right, so let's see what price does, okay? But hold on. Okay, what I want to see or say is that after this, price should not come back here. Price should not come back this area, right? That's my indication, because we do have a model right here, right? Sweep, internal, external, bullish, engulfing candle, and then high confirmation reversal trade, continue higher. So I do love, trading in the 4 hour, even though, oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay, hold on. Hold your horses. Okay. So what did just happen? Well, how do we protect ourselves, if anything, right? So again, stop loss for pullback, stop loss, where would it be? Where would we enter, right? Remember, price will never come back to this level, right? So this is going to be our invalidation point right here, right? Because of the sweep model here, price is never going to come back here. That's why our stop loss has to be somewhere under here just to be safe. But once it's swept, right, price should not come back to this area. So okay, so remember here we can see that price come back and for the retest. So whatever the retest is going to be, here, like I'm going to put my entry right here, right? And then stop loss would be here or here or here. Okay. Right, just assuming this on a higher time frame, this is going to be our TP. Right. But again, we have two stops, mental stop, and also this is going to be our mental stop. This is going to be a hard stop. Okay, so pullback, continuation. Okay, stop loss again. It's going to be what? Mental stop versus hard stop. Okay. All right, let's continue. So TP would hit, right? TP would hit right here. Okay, yeah. So hold on. All right. So what's happening now? So now, right? Since we broke this, right? This is called the break of structure, right? For continuation, right? I see. I would even put it right here. Why? Because this break gave this pullback, right? So usually it's always a continuation break, and then for that continuation. So here we would probably have to change our basically our range. So low, high, right? Continue that trend, right? This is going to be a pullback, right? Pullback based on the sweep model, right? for that confirmation of the bullish engulfing. There you go. For that continuation. Okay? No sales. Okay? No sales at all. Here, pullback, yes. Let's say we have another opportunity. So, record high, right? Record high, come back, take structure out, right? We're looking for some type of pullback. So, right here, right? For this trade, right? Well, this is ridiculous. So if we were, let's say, to sell here, it will give us such heartbreaks. Why? Because our stop loss, well, will be up here, correct? Based on if we enter here, right? So this is a pullback. So let's say a couple candles, right? And then our, right? And then our target would be here. Target would be here, right here, here. Well, I mean, I don't know if this makes sense, because we do see a continuation break of structure, right? So high low break of structure, right? And this is what, a pullback for that continuation. So no, it would be no sell. I wouldn't. Yeah, this is just wrong, because we're still. So understanding, if you are to sell this and try to catch in on every single move, this is going to be a very heartache, because whatever you get in here, you're going to get a stop out. So I think this is the herd mentality right here, right? So this gave us a fake, liquidity, right, to go to the downside. People trying to jump in, to bring price lower. But here we do understand that, based on just structure and the range, the buyers already bought already. Okay, so the institution were already bought in here, or even down here. So whatever it's driving price up like this. You see this? It's like going against the current, right? It's swimming upstream, and then finally it gets exhausted, and then it pumped down for that, continuation and reversal. Why? Because we do have this area where institution players, right? Institutional players, they already have their buy orders here, which meant to push price higher, but they haven't been filled at all. So that's why these are just manipulation, right? For you to, for whoever that caught this buy, for you to sell, because we do see a break of structure, and we're just assuming that price is going to go down. But overall, if we continue to look for the structure, then we know that the sweep model is still in play, and that price was just waiting for it to come back and fill this area. So you see all these areas just wicked out. So notice this too, because when price come back to this area, and most people, yeah, they'll buy sell here, but what's going to happen is that they're going to be getting taken out, right? Because they're going to push lower and lower for to shake out all of the buyers, or the seller out, right? So they're going to shake out all of the sellers, right? Or all of the buyers, right? All the buyers trying to go and push. They're going to shake them out with this pullback, right? All of them are going to sell, and then go for that continuation. Again, also look for this. Okay, look for the sweep model. hold your trade, right? Make sure your stop loss is structurally sound. You'll be all right. All right, let's continue. I want to take another picture because download image. We can continue. So as you guys can see, we do have two sweep model in play, right? We do have two sweep model in play. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. Oh, stop. Okay. All right. So, with this, what do we see? We see a sweep model? Yeah, we do sweep the internal and external right here, right? We do have a sweep. Okay, but is price gonna come up here, right? Because what do we say when, or what do we anticipate? So this move is just showing us, right? This move is showing us that a sell is coming, right? So yeah, it hit. We're in the trade. Yeah, I'm in the trade. Okay. Um, I do say that this is the sweep model here because right here, after we took out the internal, right, and external, right, this is a retest. That's going to be a retest of the sweep model. So this trend line will be just a continuation, right? Whatever we do here with the sell move, we did catch um, a quite good amount based on the pullback, but overall it wasn't worth the headache or the hold for the sell. So this whole sell move is completely wrong. Um, I wonder if price will come back and test that area. Okay, yeah, come back. And again, just to make sure if you guys see this, and so technically price should not come back to this area, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Because it did broke out the candle. Okay. Oh, big move. So it's respecting that this support zone, right? All right, hold on. All right, if so, price is still respecting this zone, hasn't break this through, right? So Anyways, if we are to go into this long, right, we haven't touched back onto a couple important things. So where's our range? Where's our current range? So this high, right, also created this low. But regardless, let's say this for an easier, right, an easier what analysis, and this also broke. So this is the high too, right? So hypothetically, right, we have, if we are to get into this trade here, where are our two stops? Mental stop, hard stop. Okay, here we have to notice something. Here, between these two lines, this is an area of interest for me too. Okay, I would put it beneath. So, all right, we still have a 1-to-1 ratio. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, we do have the sweep. Hold on. So this is the sweep. Okay, so this is the sweep, sweep of the internal, external, right? But it hasn't given us that. Well, so technically this is the bullishing engulfing candle, but we'll see. But we do see a sweep. We do see a sweep. Oh, price is still respecting that area. Interesting. Okay, hold on. So mind you that this trade failed us in a sense that uh, so how do I say it? So in the sense that the pullback is deeper than imagined, so we just have to take this L. Okay, why? Because price did respect this area. Okay, but once price came even here and create the sweep, it did create this strong move up, right? It did create this strong move up. However, somewhere around here there was an area of resistance, right? So this area of resistance is something that is pulling price back down, right? And again, mind you that we have two stops. Okay, one is the mental stop. So this is something that we could have got out here. Why? Because that's our mental stop number one, right? We can see that there's of structure here, right? Also, we also acknowledge there's a strong support resistant area here, but gonna wait for price to play out, and this is the game of psychology here, okay? Because you're at a very crucial point where price could either affect this area or it's going to break through, and if it's going to break through you are in an L, and if you over leverage, right, this can wipe you out. So what do? What are the options for you right now? Do you sell or you continue to hold? Hmm. Well, let's see. So a lot of drawdown. Okay, you're in profit. I'm gonna stop. Hold on. So now that you, ooh, okay. Hold on. So now you're back in profit. What are you going to, or back to even? Okay, what are you going to do if you're back to even? Do you hold the trade? Do you get out of the trade? What do you do? Right? What do you do? Do you still continue to risk? You are in drawdown. Okay? This could be your whole mortgage right here. Drawdown. Okay? But then it never took you out, right? Because we play it hardball. We know where our stops are. Okay? As soon as we got into this trade, we calculated our risk, right? We calculated our risk. We should have taken profit somewhere up here, right? and then let price continue do what it does as far as the pullback goes, right? Um, Again, mental stop. And this is what this is. If you are in the trade, you're in drawdown for how long? 5 days, a week. So it could be 2 weeks. Okay. Emotional wreck. Emotional wreck. Um, do we see a sweep model here based on the area that we drew up? So let's analyze it before we move on, right? So price came right here, right? Never took it out. Never took it out. So um, there wasn't a sweep model, right? But if we move up here or down here, okay, if we move down here, let's analyze this part right here, okay? So this was all high, right? So this high created this low. This high created this low before this. So this candle right here is of value, okay? This candle right here, right, is of value, and if it's value, then um, price should not take this out. That's true. Okay. All right. So price should not take this out because this is holding up the whole structure. This area of interest upheld the whole thing. Okay. So all of this bullish momentum still in play just because of this candle. Okay? Just because of this candle. So how do we draw this up? Well, I'm going to say the close, the open, right? The close is right here. The open is right here. So you see this? So this sweep, okay? This sweep is just a sweep of this closed candle. All right. All right. All right there. So just because we acknowledge that, I think price is just going to go up higher. But we will see. We will see. Okay, hold on. I want to notice something. So we do have a sweep model in place, and after the sweep model, what do we say? Right? The sweep model, you mean that there's going to be an engulfing candle, right? What's the engulfing candle means? It means that price will not likely come back to this area. Price will not come back to this area. Will not come back to this area. And then we also have what? Break of bullish or bearish order flow. We do have this. Okay, we do have this break. Usually, what happens at this break, right? It's a continued break of structure, right? So it's gonna be continuing the trend, right? So after we have this break, right? So after this, oh, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. But I have to have this. So after we have this break, right? So price came back, right? Created a double bottom, right? Gave this reaction going up, but it came back and took that out. So this is just manipulation. This is just because it's going back to mediate something down here for it to go higher. So this is a bullish break of structure. Come back for a retracement for that continuation. So this is still in play. Okay, this is still in play. Okay, it's just kind of funny that after we analyze this, right? We do have this. So high low retracement, right? So this area is of interest. This sweep model right here is of interest for us because if price break this, it means that price will probably go down further, right? But again, our bias is just what? This is just a pullback for that continuation. So whatever price is doing right now, right? We're still assuming that it's going to be all buys, right? But you see how choppy it is? So this is just further manipulation in play. All of this throughout September, October, all of this is manipulation. Because why? Because the bigger move, right? This consolidation area will give that big thrust up or down. Okay? Because I wouldn't say down just because, we know that we do have the sweep model and the structure range is still intact. So let's see where this choppiness is going to lead us. So any of you as a day trader, you see this? It's like, why even risk your account trading? Because the price movement is so manipulative. Like, right, you don't know where price is going to be, right? And also because we have the sweep model here still again taken out. That's just how it is. Like, that's so manipulative it is, how manipulative it is, right? So here I would, okay, so here because price did not move up, right? We would assume that price is going to go down. Yeah, you can hedge this, right? You can anticipate, okay, because it didn't break, it gave, the strong move down. There were probably liquidity here, so price came up and then continuing to go down. Yeah, you can have that. But again, before we move, whatever our decision is back here, right, in September, and this is November, right? So look at the drawdown. Like, I would just get out, right? But yeah, of course you're in profit, yeah, but most of it because of this bad decision, right? And how did we say that this is, well, why do I say that this is a bad decision? Because we're not following range, right? We do see a sweep model, it came up, right? So whatever range we were here, it's like we did not find the optimal entry. So sweep model, right? Sweep model, and then also we have the turbulence point and then structural points. Those are the places where you should try to enter, like here, right? Like here, this give you the full on move down. Okay, full on move down, because this gave you the sweep model too, right? You sweep. Let me invert this. Okay, where are we? So yeah, we sweep the internal and the external, right? For that move right here. We swept the internal and the external for that move. Okay, so I would say that this is an engulfing, right? But this is the sell to buy move that gave us that big rejection area. If that makes sense. That makes sense to you guys, right? We do have this. So right here, we do have this as our sell opportunity and continue to be in the sell for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hold. Oh, whoa. Sweep. Do we see a sweep right here? Yes. Do we see the external sweep? Okay, no. So we did have in the sweep right here. We don't have that, but we do have this. So we do have that sweep model, right? Or this wick that basically took all of this out for that big move. And we'll see if price will play around this area and then give us that push to the upside. Okay. So was this a sweep? Yep. So this came back for a sweep. So we did mark up this as a sweep. Okay. But again, because price did not overtake this high, it came back. It came back for more fuel. And I think this would be the last time that price touched and then gave on that move. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm so wrong. Oh, I'm so wrong. Okay. I am so wrong. All right. So so we did take a nail here. We did take a nail here. Why? Right? Why? Because look, see? We had that confirmation up here to go down, right? This high created this low. This low okay, this low created this high. All right? And this high created this low at the moment. And do we see Remember how, see, we're looking for a sweep model, so this test taken was, taking this out. Do we see a sweep model here? So we take the internal, right? Do we have anything back here? Okay, I'm gonna go with again, we're still in this bearish range, guys. So if this is a sweep model, then if this is a sweep, then price will come back and test it for that continuation. But see, the price, it's not giving a great reaction, so I'm thinking it's going to be hard for price to, it's going to go down. Okay, hold on. So I want to say here, you guys see this? This low, right? Why is this low significant? Well, it did took that low out, or created that equal low. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So yep. So this high created this low, created this high, created this low before we go. So this high created this low, created this. So this low created this high. This is the lowest low before that break for the continuation. So this could be a very, very interesting point as far as our sweep model goes. So I would be right here. Oh, very small. We'll see. And remember, you said that price will never come back to the sweep point. Okay, so we're gonna pause right here. So remember what I said about this point of interest. So this high created this low, right? But we did confirm that there's a bullish sentiment break of bearish order flow for price to come back here and give us that good on move. I really want to see price pass that and then for the continuation, but we have to notice price wasn't strong enough, so it came back, right? It came back for this sweep right here, and okay, for the sweep right here, and from the sweep right here, it created that temporary push to the upside, but still fell because there was such support. So it would be resistance here, right? And the same thing is going on right here also. You see, price, did not pass this part, nor did it pass right here, right? But what the difference is, you see this break of bullish order flow. We do see a break of bullish order flow, and then making newer highs. So what is that telling us? Right? Even though we are still in this bearish leg, we're forming after this sweep, right? We understand that there was a sweep somewhere right here, or equal lows or double bottom, right? For price to move up. So this range is the, I would say, something we have to know to consider for a new range to happen. So this could be the start of that transition, right? It's going to be the start of that transition for this price movement to continue. So this high is creating this low. Oh, see, this is also this low, right? Or this high. We're going to delete this. So we'll see this break of structure right here, right? I don't know why price is so choppy. Yep, it did broke. So we do see that there's a transition and gap up, bigger push, right? Okay, if price push out. Yep, okay. All right. So what was the model in play here? Right, high, low, right? So sweep model, sweep model. What is the sweep model? What is it now? Okay. The what? Okay, what is the sweep model? Where did we put the sweep model? Continuation after liquidity sweep, right? Also take out the internal liquidity point, external point, create an engulfing candle. High confirmation for reversal trade. Okay, trend setting. What did we say? So after that, it did. So after the sweep of the internal and the external right here, right? It gave us that bullish engulfing. So the bullish engulfing is right here, right? Or we could just say the whole darn thing, right? The whole darn thing. All right. So the liquidity of the internal and the external point create engulfing candle, right? Then third thing is price comes back to retests area for full on move. Okay, where so if we are to see this, where would our stop loss be, guys? Where our stop loss will be. So after we have this sweep, price came back to this let's see, I would go there where, okay, so the sweep is right here, right? The sweep is right here. Our stop loss would be here, right? Full on move. Mental stop would be here. Mental stop would be here. our hard stop would be this high created this low hard stop. Okay, now does this make sense? 1 or 2. Hard stop. 1 or 2 sounds good to me. I don't know about you. 1 or 2 sounds good to me, but see, this came and broke that, so it gave you more than enough. 1 of 5. Come back, right? 1 of 5. Come back for that confirmation, right? Took out liquidity somewhere right here. Enter right here. Test. Hard stop here, right? For the next target, here. 1 of 3. Oh, I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty good, right? That sounds pretty darn good. Yeah, whoever starts selling here is just a dumbass. Because yeah, after break a structure, yeah, we see that full on move. But over one night, price will come back, and you're gonna miss that entry. So the op selling into or against the trend. So yeah, so basically it's just the opportunity cost of the missed entry. So if if you find out that your sell is wrong, you're just gonna have to look for another entry, which is not as optimal as down here or down here, following the trend line. So I hope that helps. Right? Okay. Yeah, we're still on gold. We're looking for that. Oh, okay. I'll just delete everything. So what we're just looking for this trend, um, just yeah, it's not giving us anything as far as sweep model goes, and it's just trending like crazy, right? We do have. Oh, I'm not. I'm not even sure what's going on with this. All right, let's continue. So now, now that there's a breakout, we do see that price is coming back. So all of this is just a retracement for this. And I hate to be the guy who's not catching this move, right? Um, I mean, and with gold too, something that I noticed. Well, yeah. So this gap, there was this gap that was in play, right? And it did came back and fill in the gap, but overall, um, it's still a bullish move, right? Even though this is the second comeback for the second confirmation that okay, there's going to be a break of structure, BOS, right? But then since our structure range is all the way down here, this is just a minor to that big move up, right? So I would say that it's pretty hard, just like gold as right now, at this price level. It's hard to try to justify where you would want to have your entry, right? Because again, we're looking for the sweep model for price to give us that confirmation, but it's not. So it did fill in this gap, created this break of structure, right? And creating, of course, this pullback after this wick. But again, we are on the 4 hour time frame, so what we have to assume is just a continue of trend, right? And to look for that sweep model again, I'm going to stop right here to see if we do have. So again, what is this sweep model right here? This high, this low before that move. So this is a sweep model, right? The internal and the external sweep, giving us this engulfing, right? So this is the engulfing. There was a retest, right? Immediately after that, there was a retest for that continuation. Right here would be a good sell scenario, right? Pullback. Right, break of structure, or I would say like sweep, right? Internal sweep. But see, this low before this high, yeah, it's not a considered sweep, but it is it took out this. So this low before this high. So I guess this is another sweep then, right? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. So that is a continuation sweep. Okay, so this is for the gap, and I'm seeing that this, after the sweep model, right, we did create this area of bullish break of structure right here, right? We did, break the bearish order flow, right? Gave it to the upside for that retracement for that big continuation. So we do, so notice this area for that confluence, okay? Right, notice this. Notice that price will come back, right? Have that sweep model, create that bullish engulfing. This area wouldn't, price would not come back to this area, but also have the break of the order flow, right? This break of structure up here, right? For it to come back and retest or do another sweep for that big confirmation move again. Such as what we do see here, right? What we do see here, but the sweep model here, right, is weaker than the trend. So overall trend would be first, so follow trend, right? Follow the structure range, right? And then we will have this. So sweep model, right? The low before the highs taken out or equal low, right? Give us that bullish, right? Give us that bullish break of order flow, right? For it to come back and test. Same thing, guys. Same thing right here for it to do the continuation. And again, I'm just back testing, and you should too, based on the edge that we pointed out. right? And this is going to be printing. Okay, well, I'm not going to say it, but so we do see resistance here, right? Price, we do see that there are support here. So this is a support, and then there is that resistance, okay? But price came and touched that. um, Now, before we move on, what are your thoughts? Okay, so we do have this high and we do have this low, right? As far as our range, what do you think price is going to do? Is it gonna, do you have any hint? Right? Do you have any hints? What price is going to do? Is there anything that I'm missing right here as far as whether price is going to continue? Right? We do have a sweep model here too, right? So price came back this low, right? It was taken out, right? Gave us this bullish engulfing. Create this bullish engulfing. Price did came back and tested for the continuation. What do you think? What do you think? Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. So I'm glad we're on the 4 hour because it's giving us so much time to to analyze our trade. So do you guys catch something, right? Did you guys see that sweep, internal, external sweep, right? The external sweep is right here. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Right. And again, the sweep model, okay, the sweep model. So if we are to prioritize, so if we are to prioritize our narrative, okay, so the first thing is range, where price is. Sweep model, okay, so we do see a sweep model here. Once price took out that low or that high, right? Internal, external, gave us that bullish engulfing, right? So this is not even like right here. This is not even that, but gave us this bullish engulfing candle where price never came back um, to 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 give us that move. But again, we are in this structure range. So high, low, right? We can visit that. We can see that this is choppy, but we're still in this range. So even though it's bearish, right? Mind you, we do have support, resistance, and support at the same time. Okay, so because price did not go past here yet, right? This couldn't go give us that bearish move. Um, We don't know yet. Okay, but this give us a very cool narrative for us to do. Give us that that bearish move, the sale. I mean, just like this, gave us that sweep, and then that engulfing too, right here. Okay. So this could be a retest, right, for this move. Okay, so no. So price was quick to correct, gave us a correction for that continuation, right? Um, so we do have two things that we have to pretty much acknowledge, right? Two things that will give us um, that narrative where our entry and exit would really give us that confirmation. So after the you know the so after the break right here, so let's say we were down here, we don't know where to take profit. So price will always test. Okay, so trend, right? We are pro trend. So price will retest all time high, ATH, and that will be our take profit. So let's say we take our profit right here. Price came up, um, right? Came down, right? Give us this bearish scenario, right? Or this sweep. We would say the sweep, but give us this bearish scenario, right? So either way, how you will flip this and turn this into a narrative, right? So give us this move right here. So this retracement after this break of structure, after this, so let's say the sweep of the external, right? Give us this bullish engulfing. We know this is just like the inverse of it. All right, we know. Okay, we know that price will continue to go down, right? So where would we take our stop loss? So if we do enter here, mind you again that um, price will never, well, yeah. So mind you that we have two areas of stop loss. The mental stop loss, right? Which is right here, which is the low of the low, and then the hard, right? But then from there, we know where we will target, right? Liquidity point. Liquidity point would be right here, or right here, even right here. So what will this give us? The initial trade will be 1-on-1, because why? We took we gave the profit right here. We took our profit right here, but we entered somewhere right here. So we have to acknowledge the risk. It's gonna be, that greatly. We're gonna be unsure because we're still bullish on this leg. We're just looking for that continuation. You know, even right here, or to fill in this gap. Remember, we're this gap. So even after the gap, which is this low before this high, this low created this high, right? This low created this high. So either liquidity point right here. So will give us a 1 of 5. 1 of 5 is pretty good, right? So Okay. Yeah. But no more because we're still looking for that sweep model for us to go bullish again. So we would take our profit right here, wait for that confirmation of that sweep. So we did have the sweep right here, but price come back and retest it, giving us the another narrative that the internal and the external sweep for that continuation. So I wouldn't even consider shorting right here. But again, what we're talking about, so this full on move gave us what, two exact points for that. I'm not gonna use that. For another sweet model for us to again take profit and then also gave us that bearish move to the downside after we take profit for that continuation. So again, mind you, it's going to be okay if price comes up here, our validation is wrong. We're going to be just just wrong. So our immediate range right here for our take profit is going to be 1 of 5. So this is pretty good, right? This is the last liquidity point. Um, second liquidity point, third liquidity point, and then fourth. But we never came down here, so um, this is just going to be stretching it. And how do we find that continuation? Well, internal and then external. We look at the external, internal, and then external liquidity sweep right here for that confirmation to the the upside. So as soon as we get out the trade for that retracement, we just know that we have to follow trends. So as soon as we get out of this. This is going to be our our bias. So hard hard stop is going to be right. Soft stop is going to be right here. Hard stop is going to be somewhere right down here for this. Again, 1 of 3, right? 1 of 8. Now, I know this is a big stop, but it's part of the game. If we don't take profit and let's say we still continue to hold, right? So what? I mean, compare that to this. So that would be how many pips? This would be $551. Would be 33, right? So 33.55. Which one it's gonna be um, the better alternative for us, right? What is the opportunity cost and what is gonna be uh, our profit margin if we do get into this? So if you are okay seeing this, knowing where support and resistance, I think you just have to make that risk, that calculated risk, where you let go of the trade, take profit, get out, and then look for another optimal entry. Again, so it's better to be in the range than I guess trying to find highs and lows. So this is just a consolidation right before after the breakout. So we only have pretty much one chance to get in here. Actually, two chances because we do know that there's a sweep down here and then another sweep down here before that continuation. So I hope that clears that up for you guys. All right. So interesting. There's another gap, and we do fill that gap. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're back. Okay. Before price goes any further, another thing is that we do have a, you know, again, all-time high sweep of the all-time high, right? We do have a sweep. Gave us that. Gave us that. I wouldn't say bullish engulfing, but it is some types of. So it's still within the sweep model, but also gave us that. I would say the sell to buy area right here, right? So here all the way down here. Uh huh. Okay. Okay. So so again with the sweep model is that price never come back to it, and then it did touch. Um, so let's analyze this because this is a big pullback. So we do have this wick down here, right? Now, okay, that was a sweep, right? So this is also a sweep, right? This low created this high, created this low before that full on move here. This low created this high, right? This low created this high, created this low, created this high. So, yeah, so this low created this high right before that move, but price came up, came back here and retest that level. So we don't have the internal. I mean, I would love to see price come down here and sweep this. We'll have the internal then and then the external sweep for that big on move. But regardless, what we can say is okay. That is still a sweep model in play, and price did come back and retest that for that continuation move, right? So if price came back, right? If price came back um, into here, we would just have to assume our risk, right, for that long. So this is um, again, I just love the fact that we are. So this is a sweep, right? So shoot, yeah. So again, hard, soft. What you call it? Soft stop loss and then hard stop loss. 1 to 3, right? 1 to 3. Well, we did take TP, so it's not. Yeah, that's not a problem. But right here, I do notice that price did not pass here, so most likely. Um. Oh, okay. Never mind. hmm So prices continue to push higher and higher. Now that's just manipulation. I mean, it's sick, sick. So we did took. So we did hold on. So we did take out this, right? We sweep it. We do have a model, right? Sweep it. Oh no, no, we just took it out and then gave that reaction and then push up. But TP would be hit, right? We're just gonna have to look for a good entry or reversal. Uh huh. Okay. Yeah. So that is a sweep model right here too. That's crazy right here. So this is a sweep model right here, right? It sweeps the, right? It gives us the sweep the internal and external, giving us that bullish engulfing right here, right? Price come back, retested that, and then it just move away. I am so crazy that the price reacted like that. Oh my god. So that is a sweep model, guys. So right here, sweep model continuation. But do you guys notice that? Do you see that before that sweep? Price show us what it wanted to do for that sweep before that hard on movement, right? Yeah, so we do have the sweep. Okay, what? Wow. Retest of this level. This is a sweep. Yeah, still a sweep of that area. Okay, sweep, retest, sweep internal right here, right? So internal sweep, okay, internal sweep gave us that um, bullish engulfing. Oh my god. Aiden, you need to watch this video because this is crazy, right? Retest that, price move away from it, never came back. That's the sweep model, right? We also have a bullish in right here. Price came. Okay, so mind you that we are still in this range, right? This low we still haven't taken out. So high, low, high, right? Low, continue. So this was just a big pullback. The structure range is still bullish. Please take it out. Please take it out. Right here. So this is yep, they took it out. Okay. Yeah. So we do have another range. Range would be here. Why don't people backtest this? Trying to understand this, right? So we do have sweep. So what happened after the sweep? Pullback. All right. So right reaction. So bullish sweep, right? Give us this engulfing. Price came back to touch this, even sweep the internal, right? And then for a move. Internal sweep. Oh, hold on, hold on. I want to see this. Why is this not taken out? So this low created this high, right? This sweep right here. This low, this low. Why is that significant? This low. Okay. internal, external sweep. Hmm. Yeah, so that give us the engulfing price comeback retested. Okay. Yeah. So you see the sweep model right here? Still sweep model. And then we have bearish order flow. So there's a lot of confluence that we have to look at, right? So instead of saying liquidity grab, right? Sweep model. Okay, yeah. High, low. Internal, external for that. Hmm. Okay. This is interesting right here as far as price, right? Well, we assume that um yeah, price never came and take this out. So what does that mean? It means that the whole leg is still intact. What I mean is just structure is still intact. So high, low, right? High, low, right? Because this is a low, right? If this takes out, well, it's still, yep, it's still considered a low. Um, so structure is still in range, even though we did not take this out, but we did took out the internal and then the external right here. Okay. So this here is also bearish sentiment, right? It failed to create this high, so that's why it's coming down here. But again, mind you that um, order flow. Yep. Okay. I'm going to stop right here because I know that this is going to be taken out. Yep. Yep. So for the leg to continue, right? We do see that there's um, this break of order flow. So just say okay, this on move, which is breaking, let's break out. So there's just a retracement, and the retracement again, we still have the liquidity grab, right here for that full on move for the conversion. So sweep model is still in play, right? We do took out the internal and the external right here, giving us this bearish, this bullish engulfing. And once price come back, retest it, we have price to the upside, right? If that makes sense. So if you guys, I know this is a 2 hour long video, but this probably cover a year worth of data, and something that we do see, and maybe we'll come back later, is to look at this, all of this order flow, where after we have the sweep model, we'll come back and we'll take it out. Just like if we understand this, so we did sweep, okay, yeah, so we sweep that, right? Not quite taking this out. We have that sweep internal, but we haven't got the external, so it could be a reversal, or we still have to pump down here to get the sweep for it to go up. But we do see there are just order flow right here that needs to be taken out, and gold up here is about the same too. Okay, all right, have a good one.